Senator Kenneth J. Donnelly Workforce Success Grants. First, a heartfelt thank you to Gladys and President Cook and everybody at Springfield Technical Community College for hosting us on this wonderful campus. We are so proud to partner with institutions like yours that are so committed to education and workforce development. I am joined today by my fearless partner, Massachusetts Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Lauren Jones, from whom you'll hear in just a moment, as well as several distinguished guests whose partnership and advocacy really makes a difference for the work that we do. So today we are joined by Senator Adam Gomez of the Hampton District. From Senator Oliveira's office, I think we'll have Chief of Staff Devin Sheehan, and then Jose Delgado, I saw somewhere around here. He's in the back. Springfield City Councilor at large. So thank you all so much for being here. And we are also joined by so many of our wonderful grantees and partners across the Commonwealth. So whether you are an employer or an educator, a training provider, or just a friend, thank you for making the trip out here today, and thank you for believing in our mission of meaningful employment for all. Just 1 minute on Commonwealth Corporation. We are a Massachusetts quasi-public workforce development agency. We currently administer 8 discrete programs for workforce training, and our staff really believes that skilled workers are foundational to Massachusetts competitiveness. And for a bunch of workforce development groupies, we get really excited about the Kenneth J. Donnelly grants because ComCorp is coming up on almost 20 years of administering these grants on behalf of the Executive Office of Labor and Workforce Development. And over time, the partnerships that these grants have catalyzed between employers and training providers and regional players have impacted literally thousands of adult job seekers across every corner of this Commonwealth. So I would be remiss if I didn't give a shout out to the Commonwealth Corporation team. I'm just going to ask them to wave because I know they'd love to connect with our partners in the room after this event. Thank you for being here, Jenny, Tommy, Tom, Crystal, Thomas, Lucilla, and Natalie. And I think I saw another Tom H here. So we'd love to connect with you. And now to share more about this important investment and the impact that it will have across Massachusetts, I'm so honored to introduce a leader whose commitment to inclusive workforce growth continues to drive this work forward. Please join me in welcoming Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Lauren Jones.
Thank you, Molly. Good afternoon, everybody. Good afternoon, everybody. We're coming with money. I need some good energy. It's great to be on Styx campus, so thank you, President Cook, for opening your doors for so many people who get to learn on this campus, but most especially for the partnership as we lift up workforce development. Senator Gomez, thank you for being such a great partner in the legislature. And I have to give a shout out because I know there's so many workforce partners, many of our grantees that we're celebrating today, but I want to give a shout out to our Mass Hire, Regional Workforce Boards and Career Centers. There's a little bit of a crew here. So thank you for your ongoing partnership as well, and most certainly, as Molly already emphasized, the amazing team at Commonwealth Corporation for working alongside us in the Labor and Workforce Development Secretariat to make sure that we are continuing to build on amazing investments that help to open more doors for untapped talent. And it really is what we need to continue to focus on. You know, we know that we have to make the kinds of investments we're celebrating today, now, to prepare for the skills we see as a need now, but also for the future. And we really appreciate, in order to do so, it is a collaborative effort. We work alongside employers in this region and across the state to make sure that the skills companies are looking for, not only now, but down the road, we are staying nimble and equipped to make sure that we are providing the job training and the career pathways to make sure that we have that thriving and robust workforce. And that's exactly what brings us to today's announcement. We are making an announcement to support that untapped talent and connect with employers so that we can continue to have a world-class and amazing world-class workforce right here in Massachusetts and certainly in this region. So I'm excited to be able to announce on behalf of the Healey-Driscoll Administration that we are awarding $7.4 million in the Senator Kenneth J. Donnelly Workforce Success Grants. This goes to 16 initiatives from right here in Springfield to Boston and all parts of the Commonwealth to provide high-quality job training programs and job placement for over 1,150 untapped talent, our workers that we know we need in healthcare, education, IT, and many more industries. And we're doing so in partnership with 70 employers across Massachusetts. Among 16 of these grants, I want to highlight a special recipe for success that is embedded in 7 of our grants. 7 of our grantees are taking an extra step to incorporate English for speakers of other languages in the planned job training, an effort that we know is so critically important to reduce barriers to employment and is a key part of the Healey-Driscoll Administration's workforce agenda. So thank you to our grantees for taking that extra step of intentionality that we know is so critically needed. So the Workforce Success Grants, let me tell you a little bit more about them. They are funded through the Workforce Competitiveness Trust Fund, a line item in our state budget. Thank you, Senator Gomez, for the continued support. But it aims to close the skills gap, making sure that we're increasing access to well-paying jobs, especially focused on unemployed and underemployed residents. We need to get more individuals back into our labor market, and Massachusetts is a state that continues to grow its labor force. But it's so critically important that as we do, and as we make Massachusetts an attractive place to live, work, and play, we need to make sure that we're also instilling the skills that will help workers compete and also be productive right here in Massachusetts. I emphasize collaboration at the top of my remarks. We know that teamwork makes the dream work, and that's the special ingredient that Governor Healey and Lieutenant Governor Driscoll often emphasize, and that's represented by the 16 initiatives, the 16 grantees that we are celebrating today. It's a team of employers and training providers, workforce partners coming together, like here at STIC, to lift up industries and job training programs that reflect the needs of the employers. Here at STIC, certainly IT is embedded in all that you do, and we know that there's going to be a huge impact. So I'll lift up even more, and I'm sure President Cook will dive even deeper. But here at STIC, we're celebrating $500,000 that will help to prepare and hire individuals, 120 unemployed and underemployed participants in jobs including IT support specialists, hardware and computer repair technicians, cybersecurity, network administrators. These are roles that area employers like Bay State Health, Holyoke Public Schools, Springfield Public Schools have asked to build the talent that we know we need for those companies. And what's more, for those 120 individuals that STIC will be working with, they will also incorporate the ESOL training, which is incredibly valuable. So thank you, STIC, for your leadership on this. And I know certainly STIC really values that hands-on learning experience in the classroom, and all that STIC uplifts here to ensure that our learners, whether our adult learners through our job training programs or students that are continuing through community college, are able to gain so that they can, again, be very competitive and be part of the workforce that we know we need. I'll end with our why. Like, why do we do this? We sometimes have the opportunity to have a current student or a recent graduate be part of our speaking program, and they really emphasize the why 10 times better than I will ever do. If you ever go to a workforce training graduation, you will know exactly the why these 16 grantees are coming together, the why our mass hires continue to open their doors to work with job seekers and employers, the why we know we need to invest the $7.4 million that we're celebrating today. It's because it's unlocking opportunities. It's increasing access and opportunity for individuals that have the great potential to do so many amazing things in industries that we know are in need of talent. and also where we know that we have to get more intentional to make sure that we're making the investments today, in the future, and staying nimble with what employers are looking for so that we're closing the skills gap, so that we're building the talent that we need. And that $7.4 million that we're celebrating is going to help deploy more opportunities for 1,161 more Ys to make up our workforce, which we're incredibly excited about, and we are really grateful to be able to do it with the team represented here as well as across the state, rolling up their sleeves, working with us, and making sure that we are building a more competitive workforce. So thank you very much. Thank you to ComCore, and certainly thank you to STIC for teaming up with us for today's celebration. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Secretary, and thank you for the Healey-Driscoll Administration's leadership on this. This means a lot. So now I'm delighted to introduce someone whose leadership has strengthened education and workforce partnerships across Western Massachusetts for nearly 10 years. Dr. John Cook, president of Springfield Technical Community College, has been a tireless advocate for connecting students and adult learners to high-quality training and career pathways. So please join me in welcoming President John Cook.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's great to see many familiar faces out there. Let me also acknowledge members of our team here at the college. It does indeed take a team. Our Assistant Vice President of Workforce, many of you know Gladys Franco. Our Vice President of Academic Affairs, Dr. Chris Stewart, if you raise your hand in the back there. And also a newcomer on the scene, Dr. Maya Dreger, our new Dean for the School of STEM, who we borrowed from the state of Connecticut and are happy to do so. I'm reminded, by the way, that my part of the program comes after the funding has been announced, so tough spot to land. Let me do what I can, but we are certainly grateful to host here at STCC and offer an important backdrop. The idea of skill building as part of talent development is a really important conversation. Allow me to also share our appreciation and thanks. Secretary Jones, a great friend to Western Mass, frankly a great friend and knows us well here in Greater Springfield. Thank you for being here. Thank you for championing the work. And to Molly Jacobson and your team from ComCore, wonderful to have you here as well. This certainly is an important day, everyone. The Workforce Competitive Trust Fund is one of those signatures, really, for the Commonwealth for how we make investments. To the 16 award winners, let me also offer congratulations. Like you, we at STCC know how well this support translates for our work and for the value of that work. In addition to STIC, I see that Middlesex Community College is also one of the awardees, and I'm reminded of remarks that I've been offering regularly this year. 2025 is the 60th anniversary of the first Federal Higher Education Act. And when we first heard this phrase that we almost treat as a given now, but the term back then was, quote, education is no longer a luxury, but a necessity. And these grant funds are an example of us in Massachusetts living that necessity. So this is a moment of tremendous change. Those who do work in higher education can attest to that. But it's also a decisive moment for our communities, and with a middle name like the community colleges enjoy, and like many of those community-based organizations also awarded today, we respond to the needs of our communities. So for STIC, this Donnelly Grant provides an injection for access to IT skill building, skill development, and real career laddering. Because of that tie to, and this is the term we're going to hear a lot more about, industry-recognized credentials. You may know that the reference in our award to CompTIA really translates to 450 hours towards A+, Network+, Security+, Tech+ certifications that really do make a difference. And they're that springboard to a technician role that's going to pay well and, again, have laddering into further career development. This, by the way, is the blueprint for federal workforce Pell that some of you may have heard about, that is inviting and incentivizing higher education to provide more short-term training that we anticipate will have actually federal financial aid wrapped around it. So as always, Massachusetts is the blueprint. Massachusetts is the one who's leading this out. We're so thrilled to be a part of this conversation today. Again, great thanks.
Thank you, President Cook, and congratulations again. We're fortunate to be joined today by members of our legislative delegation whose steadfast support helps us continue this important work. So please join me now in welcoming State Senator Adam Gomez of the Hampton District to share a few remarks.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you. Thank you all for coming, especially the ones, other grant, so you guys understand what it feels like a legislator to travel to the other side of the state. You guys have to travel back to this side of the state. So, hello everyone. It's wonderful to be here with all of you today and to celebrate this impactful grant funding. I want to thank those who have made this possible: Governor Maura Healey and the Healey-Driscoll Administration, the Commonwealth Corporation, and the Executive Office of Labor and Workforce Development. To our Secretary of Labor and Workforce Development, Lauren Jones, thank you so much for making the tread and making it over here to Western Massachusetts. You are always appreciated and welcome. She did grow up a little south from here, so it's not really too hard. It's like coming home, so I appreciate you. Today's announcement is more than just a grant. And I'm going to speak a little bit more intimately of Springfield Technical Community College. This is $500,000 of investment into the people of Springfield. This funding will directly support 120 unemployed and underemployed residents, helping them gain the skills that they need to thrive in today's economy as they receive training for high-demand careers in IT. From cybersecurity to help desk support, opening doors to stable, well-paying jobs, this effort brings together Springfield Technical Community College and key local employers like Bay State Health, Springfield Public Schools, and also industries and technology, a true community collaboration, basically. By aligning training with real job opportunities, we're ensuring that investment leads to real results. Through this effort, we are helping to close these skill gaps and also expand access to opportunities for those who've been left out and left behind. It's about making sure that every resident, regardless of background, has fair shot at success. Springfield Technical Community College was a place where I learned the beginning ropes of trying to figure out where the future was to lead. Was it easy for me? No, it wasn't. I left this school after a year, transferred to Westfield State University, came back, then went into the workforce, then came back. So no matter how many chances an individual needs, we do have talent here. And I'm a living testimony that not only myself, but more individuals that live within the greater Springfield community, especially the ones now that are coming back to school because of the legislature's impact and putting forth debt-free community college, and also in some certificate courses that are also available. This type of funding is necessary to make sure that these individuals that need that second, third, or fourth shot can come back here and after they leave here are gainfully employed. So I just want to thank the administration and also our partners. I know I see a lot of you here that are being represented, and continue being the superheroes in these individuals' life and making that great impact. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Senator Gomez. This concludes our program. I want to end by thanking once again the Springfield Technical Community College superheroes for putting this event together with us, and to all our partners. And it wouldn't be the official end of this event if we didn't take a selfie with all of our partners. So we'd love to invite everyone in the room to come up and join us for a photo. Thank you.